So tonight I'd like to share with you the story of a woman by the name of Heather Barwick. Heather is one of many children in our society that was raised in a same-sex household, and she chose to share her story specifically with the Supreme Court in an amicus brief about these cases. And her story goes like this. I was raised by my biological mother and her same-sex partner. I have only a few fuzzy memories of my father. A phone call here and there, his deep and unfamiliar voice wishing me a happy birthday, and a dim picture of the way the furniture had been arranged in his house. I have less than a handful of pictures of him. My mom and dad were married for a short time, but she left him when I was too young to remember. She always knew she was gay, and she wanted a chance to be happy with someone she really loved, with a woman. I was raised in an area that was pretty liberal, open and accepting of gays and lesbians. I know my mother experienced pain at the hands of others because of her sexuality, but as a child of same-sex parents, I was never mistreated because of it. I had two loving mothers who cared for nearly my every need, and with whom I have many wonderful and sweet memories. There was one need, however, that they could never meet, no matter how much they loved me, the need for a father. The pain in my life did not stem from the fact that the state did not recognize the relationship between my two moms. It stemmed from the turmoil of desperately wanting a father. I love my mom deeply, fiercely, and unconditionally. She is an incredible woman, but I also love my absent father. I love a man that I don't even know, a man who, by all accounts, is a lousy father. I don't know why I love him. I just do. I ached for my father to love me. I ached for the father I knew I would never have. Do I wish that my mom lived a miserable life married to a man she didn't love? No. I want my mom to be happy, but I also wish that she and my dad did love each other and that somehow it could have worked out. Two loving moms or two dads can never replace a lost parent. Accepting and promoting same-sex parenting guarantees that a child will miss out on a mother or a father. Growing up and even into my 20s, I supported and advocated for gay marriage. It's only with some time and distance from my childhood that I'm able to reflect on my experience and recognize the long-term consequences that same-sex parenting had on me. And it's only now, as I watch my children loving and being loved by their father each day, that I can see the beauty and wisdom in traditional marriage and parenting. So with that story from Heather, let me pose this rhetorical question. Is her story and perspective inherently irrational? Are her emotions invalid or wrong? I can't imagine a single person in this room answering yes to either of those questions, any more than we would answer yes to the emotions and the perspective of somebody else involved in this debate. And because of that, it follows that there are at least two sides to this debate. There are at least two perspectives that need to be acknowledged and given dignity. But what does that have to do with the Supreme Court? The question before the Supreme Court is not whether same-sex marriage is a good idea. It's who gets to decide. That we must keep in mind as we go forward. It's about who, not what. Put another way, do you, every member of this audience, get a voice in this debate? You're here tonight, so I assume you value your own opinion. But notwithstanding how strongly we feel about this issue, do we have enough respect for the opinions of those that disagree with us to honor those opinions and make sure they play out in the forum in this country where we have made for them to play out, and that's in the legislative forum? Or do 9 justices get to sit as a super legislature for all of us?